How's it going, guys? Welcome back to today's video. It's been a while since I posted, but yeah, I'm gonna tie another fly today. Been a while since I've tied one, and today I'm gonna show you guys how to tie what's called a foam bug. Now, there are many different ways to tie a foam bug, and this is what my most recent one looks like. It's not the best. I haven't really tied one in a while besides this one, so there are many different materials you can use to tie them, but for mine I'm going to use yellow foam and this kind of black sparkly foam, and the yellow foam's going to go on the top, the black on the bottom, and we'll take our 6X hook. I just dropped it. 6X hook, put it in the vise, and start to tie. We waxed our string. I'll wax it a little bit more. Always make sure to wax your string. Alright, now we're going to start to tie. This one might take a little bit longer because there are quite a few steps, but just bear with me. Alright, so we always start at the head, and we work our way down, getting nice, even wraps, all the way down to there. And now we will whip finish. We'll try and get 3 in, there we go, and tighten it down. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to take our yellow foam and put it on here and measure how much we want to cut off. See, about that much. Okay, so you cut off however much foam you need. We'll measure it again. Looks good. Okay. Now what you want to do is take it, line it up with your black foam so you get the same amount on the black foam as you do on the yellow foam. So we line it up and we cut it like that. Okay, now we're going to take, let's say, this end right here, and what we're going to do is we're going to cut it so it comes to a point. So you see it comes to a point right there. Alright, now that we have that, we're going to work our way back up the body. Start back at the head. Work your way back up. Okay. There's the head. And then we'll take our foam, and the end that doesn't come to a point, the flat end, we're going to set up at the head. And then we're going to start wrapping it down. Alright. And this, we're not gonna, on this fly, we aren't gonna whip finish just because of the foam. We'll super glue it at the end in a couple of places. You never want to super glue it too much either. Otherwise, like with this kind of foam, if you super glue it too much, it'll kind of dry it up. I had one. The one I tied from yesterday. If you look pretty closely, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but where I put the glue, it kind of like dries it up. And so yeah, you kind of want to avoid that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take this. I forgot what this is called, but it's this purple stuff you can get in different colors, but it's this purple stuff and it's just like rubber, and you use it for the legs. So we're going to cut a decent amount off. And what we're going to do is, let me adjust the camera. There. What we're going to do is, you guys might not be able to see this, but we're going to take one end. We're going to take this. We're going to put it behind the string and take the other end. So it's kind of along the back of the string. We're going to start to tighten it down with maybe 3 wraps. And then we'll cut both off for a decent length. Like that. Alright. Now that we have that, we're going to do that with the other side as well. So then we cut that. And give us a little bit more room with the string. Readjust this. And then this is called the wet noodle technique. But all you do is you can look up videos on how to also. At the end of today's video, I'll show you guys how to do it too. But also, in this case, you gotta hold it down and then make like a loose wrap and then tighten it down like that. Perfect. Now that we get it started, we can keep making wraps. And there. Now all we do is we just cut it off. And now we're going to take this dubbin. It's light olive dubbing. So we're going to pull just a little bit out of the bag here. I thought I had some already out of the bag. Just a little bit, barely any. And we're going to set it on the back of this fly and tie it down. Because in lots of areas, the bugs, they have like green egg sacs. And so this will make it look more like a bug for the fish. So we'll just tie it in there, maybe pull off some of the extra hairs. And then we're going to do the exact same things with the legs as we did that we did on the back as we did on the front. So now, take our rubber wet noodle technique. Once we get that situated on there, we can start wrapping. Then, all right, now we start making some more wraps. And we trim it off. Right about here. All right. We trimmed it off. I'm going to make this leg look a little bit more even. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to take our noodle and we're going to cut it. Wet noodle. When you're doing the side that's furthest away from you, I find it harder to do the wet noodle technique. I just do a loose wrap and then tighten it down. Once I get it situated how I want, then I don't even need to do wet noodle. But you can do whatever you want. I don't care. We're just going to snip that off. And for the body too, on foam bugs, for the body, instead of just starting with the foam, you can put dubbin underneath it too. So yeah, you can do that. We're gonna make a couple more wraps. And then we're gonna leave the string on is what we're gonna do, and take it off the vise. And I have a plate right here, just in case. Because now what we're going to do is we're going to super glue this. So we go to super glue it, put it on something so you don't get super glue all over your fly tying desk or table. And then all you want, really, I'm going to do this off camera. It would be harder to do it on camera. All you want to do is put it up at the front on the belly, and then in the back on the belly. You just want one little dot. You don't want a whole lot. I'm going to get a little bit more on here. It's a bit too much, but it'll be fine. Then we screw the lid back on our super glue. And yeah, now we just wait for that to dry. You can blow on it for it to dry faster as well. And yeah. Anyways, I'll show you guys the wet noodle technique. I'll make a separate video on how to do the wet noodle technique. It'll be really short, but you guys will need it to learn how to. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned a lot. And please like and subscribe.